February 2010, one of the most damaging earthquakes in history devastated the central area of Chile, destroying in its path hundreds of factories and warehouses in the region. In Santiago, the capital of Chile, numerous small installations within the Iron Mountain Storebox headquarters collapsed due to the force of the earthquake. Amongst all the structures, a single, half-built installation was found without damage. It was Warehouse 11. Iron Mountain is a world leader in archive storage, with years of experience managing large volumes of paper documents for companies all around the world. The company has an 85% share of the document management market, which constitutes an important fact since it illustrates the reason for expansion of one of its warehouses, which grew from 1.2 million boxes to 3 installations with a combined capacity of 3 million boxes. Iron Mountain, more than a provider, is the most trustworthy associate for those companies around the world that want to store and protect information. Iron Mountain has 58 years of experience in this business and 15 years here in Chile. When we initiate projects of this type of warehouse, they are very special projects because these warehouses are not multi-purpose facilities. They store boxes of one single product, documents. Our warehouses are designed inside out. We start by designing the rack. The design we do is established based on Iron Mountain rules. That preliminary layout is sent to different providers, and that is when we invited Mecalux to participate in the bidding process of Warehouse 11. One of the advantages that Iron Mountain saw in Mecalux was that, because it is an international company with a presence in many countries and outstanding trajectory, it was capable of providing the service and development for the project exactly how they needed it. In fact, this was a very special project due to the particular considerations of Iron Mountain, its operations, and all the internal security systems, both for people and for fire prevention. They saw in Mecalux a company capable of meeting all these requirements and of providing a competitive price, while at the same time developing it meeting all of Iron Mountain requirements and complying with the local seismic regulations. Mecalux presented a design that met all of Iron Mountain requirements, and, regarding what was usual, we could not do bracing in the back of the rack, which is what is usual. Then, an alternative was presented, which was to establish a central zone to give longitudinal stability to these big buildings. It would be located in the communication aisle between rack on both sides, and it would consist of a rigid, seismic-resistant frame, capable of absorbing the longitudinal loads generated in an event of these characteristics. The facility would not suffer great damage, or it would be very controlled so the operation won't have to stop at any moment. When Iron Mountain and Mecalux executives met, they developed an efficient plan of action to charge ahead. Both parties agreed that the 3 remaining phases, the second phase of Warehouse 11, Warehouse 12, and Building 77 in the Storebox campus, were advancing without a problem in an efficient manner and, most importantly, on time. The second, third, and fourth project were developed after the earthquake, and therefore the client needed the projects raised and implemented in a short time, since they had boxes lying on the floor from the old rack that had been damaged. What Mecalux did was plan the construction process according to this specific client requirement and shortened the assembly times and development projects of almost 1 million boxes each to be completed in less than 120 days. The concepts were clearly understood and they were applied taking into consideration all our observations, which were satisfactorily resolved very quickly. This was a great challenge. Thankfully, we had the building part of Warehouse 11 finished and the first phase already under contract. Then, since we had a process that was already validated, it was very easy to say, okay, we're going to have to go to the second phase of Warehouse 11 to be able to finish quickly and have a space to store our boxes and respond to operations. After completing the first phase of Warehouse 11 in a period of 13 months from May 2010 to June 2011, Mecalux installed a total of 10 levels of conventional palletizing rack, dispersed in 3 facilities. Combining Phase 1 and 2, Warehouse 11 has a capacity to store 1.4 million documents. Warehouse 12 has a capacity of 1.2 million documents. Building 77 in the second campus of the company has additional space for 1 million documents. A grand total of 3.6 million archives, documents, and records belonging to more than 1,200 clients are stored in Mecalux Rack.